Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So this is going to be my next build. You may recall that this was a gift at Christmas from Charlie Mack, where he cunningly put it inside a car kit box. I have built this previously on the channel, but I haven't got it currently in my collection, and it is a vintage classic, so I thought I would crack on and get this built. Let me just open the box for you. So this is the first sprue, and I have to say that although there is flash on some of the parts, I have seen it a lot worse on the road wheels. They look pretty good on this particular kit. I have built the Airfix Churchill numerous times, and the road wheels are one of the issues with regards to having to do a lot of cleanup, so I'm really surprised and pleased about that. So here we have the suspension arms, the drive sprockets. We've got the sides of the tank as well. We've got the tank deck, the glacis plate, I think it is. We've got the main gun, so the cupola ring as well. So this is the sprue that comes with this set. Obviously, I think the turret and obviously the gun won't be used on this kit, so you could build the Churchill up just as a normal Churchill with turret and gun from this iteration, but of course if you do that you won't be able to build the bridge iteration. Another sprue showing the arms that lever the bridge up and out from the tank. A slightly smaller sprue with more bridge equipment. And one last sprue showing more of the arm that levers the bridge out from the tank and other odds and sods. Rubber band tracks, which aren't too bad on the Churchill, because the where you've got the track guards which are full. If you want to, you can just feed the track partially under the track guards, so it looks like it's disappearing into them, and then round the bottom, up the top again, and partially into the track guard again. But you don't have to fit them completely if you don't want to. So that's quite a useful thing if you have issues with the rubber band tracks. So I'll quickly try and show you the instructions. This is steps 1 to 3. Sorry that they're a bit wobbly, but the paper is well creased on these instructions. And here we have steps 4 to 8. So this is building up the body of the tank. So steps 9 to 17 are basically we're starting to construct the actual bridge and the mount for the bridge. And then we got steps 18 to 24, which is continuing to build the bridge and its mount. Here we can see how you can position the bridge. Either have it flat on the deck of the tank, or partially away from the deck of the tank, or flat on the ground away from the tank itself. Steps 25 to 34 are basically showing how you can achieve the 3 different looks that you can pose this tank in. With the final step, step 35, showing the bridge on the flat of the ground away from the tank. So Airfix have included just one iteration, which is the 31st Army Tank Brigade, Brigade Headquarters, Juno Beach, Normandy, France, July 1994. July 1994. I think that's a misprint. I would suggest that it's Normandy, France, June 1944. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'm going to keep it as one video as well, so you will see progress on the finished build at the end of this video. I shall get on and start it, and I will catch you in a bit.
So a bit of a bench update, guys. As you can see, the Churchill body has been constructed, and various parts of the bridge have also been constructed as well. Next step, I think, is to give this an undercoat of black primer. But as you can probably tell, I've got a bit of a stinking cold at the moment, so as it's only 0 degrees outside, I'm not going to stand outside spraying this bloody thing, not just yet. Unfortunately, I was a bit blasé building this kit. I've built so many variants of the Airfix Churchill, whether it's the bridge layer like this one, the standard Churchill kit, or the crocodile version. So as I mentioned, I got a bit blasé and made a mistake, and I will show you what that mistake is. So what did I do wrong? Well, basically I put the drive sprockets together wrong. I basically fitted where you see this hollow bit, so I fitted the hollow bit into there on both sides, and I did it on all four. Consequently, if I can show you, the drive sprocket teeth are on the outside of the track, and they should be where those holes are. Now of course, is it 90% of tanks would have the teeth on the outside the track, but not in the Churchill case. So if you're building this kit, please just bear that in mind and make sure that you build the drive sprockets correctly. It doesn't look too bad. I shall grab the kit for you. So it doesn't look too bad, but it's not correct. By the time I'd realised, I'd already closed up. Basically all the tank was built apart from putting the tracks on. So I wasn't going to rip the skirts off and things like that just to try and fix that problem. And as I say, it doesn't look too bad, but it is wrong. So I'm going to crack on with this. Hopefully I'll get it sprayed black soon so I can get on and paint it. I'll possibly pick up another build to do whilst I'm waiting for the weather to improve a bit. So I'll catch you in a bit with probably the finished item. Okay, I'm back with a finished build. I managed to dive out and get the vehicle primed with Colour Forge's black. The temperature had risen to a balmy 2 degrees centigrade, so I took my chances. Once that had dried, I then used a hairy stick to paint on Mig Ammo's British Olive Drab 1944-45. Once that was dry, I put the decals on because the paint leaves a satin finish. And then once they were settled down, I put a wash of dust wash, again from Mig Ammo, which is an acrylic wash, so it's similar to the Africa Core one I use on a lot of olive drab vehicles. You basically do a sludge wash, wait for it to dry, and then using Q-tips you just wipe it off with a damp Q-tip in the areas where you don't particularly want it, or you need it just to be in the recesses. Once that was done, I gave it a matte varnish, again from Colour Forge, to basically dull things down. The tracks were painted with dark tracks, again from Mig Ammo, but I also highlighted the raised areas of the tracks with a bit of gunmetal, and with the matte varnish going over the top of that, again it dulled it down. The sludge wash was also on there as well, so there was quite a bit of reduction in the shine on the gunmetal on the track parts. I think the last thing that I did was picked out the cable that runs alongside the tank, the side of the tank. So a really enjoyable build. So pleased to have this with my other Churchill, my Airfix Churchill. There is one more I've got to get now, which is the Churchill Crocodile to complete the set. Thanks again to Charlie Mack for sending me this kit at Christmas. Really do appreciate it, mate. And it's quite nice that it's the first build of 2026. so there will be plenty more to come. Thanks ever so much for watching, I do appreciate it. I hope your new year has started well, guys. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.